Welcome back to Through the Portal. It is time for more organized play. Our
Yep.
next events are officially here and on the horizon, and they are the Progenitors Gambit. So that's the national championship events coming up in the USA and the Philippines. Next two events up on our calendar, and we will get started in Makati City in the Philippines in May.
Yeah, so that one is at Hobby Hive. That's May 16th and 17th. The event is live on XP Network. So if you plan on going, make sure that you get signed up on there. And then in the US, it's going to be at Bash DSM, which is an event space, July 10th through the 12th
Downtown Des Moines.
downtown Des Moines. Now, what's cool about that is it is an event space, and the downtown hotels have free shuttle to and from the event space. So you can pick and choose where you want to stay. There's no dedicated hotel venue that we're at. We're at an event space.
Yeah, and so a lot of things to look forward to with those, including some cool prizes,
Really
some
cool
new prizes,
Yep.
and some different things. And so, as always, we will have event shirts and different stuff available for people
Yeah.
who always look forward to those. I know that in the Philippines, I think they'll have the same shirt that we have in the US,
Yep.
as well as some of the other items this time. It'll just say the location on it.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk event format, event cards. What is happening at the event and what are people playing with?
So mixed format, we've got constructed and draft. We do have Marcus as it goes to the Gambit as the event card. I'm excited to see what people build and how they use that card. It's just a really cool art. And
A
so
nice bronze version of that card.
Yep.
Everybody that signs up will get their event pack with the promo cards. And, as we always say, the progenitors like to put their little twist on the event in their own way with the challenge of how are people going to work around an event card.
Yeah.
Do you use it on offense? Are you planning to play against it on defense? Do you just play something that you don't really care about interacting with it? But it's also the first time we've ever had a clash card be an event card.
Yeah.
And so everybody's going to start with a clash card in play
Yeah.
with some abilities on it. So how are people going to do with that? We'll see.
And on top of that, the bounties always make deck building pretty unique. I'm excited about these. So Torque, all these are the first time that they've been a bounty, but Torque, popular contender. So,
Very popular
Yep.
in one of these two locations
Yep.
in particular.
Yep.
Pretty typically at events, we have seen Torque make up probably at least 10% of the field at most events.
Yeah.
Not always. Sometimes in the events in Asia, he's made up 30, 40, 50% of a field
Sure.
before, depending on the meta. Very popular there. So, I'm curious, is everybody going to play Torque, oops, all Torque all weekend
right.
to try to get the bounty, or are people expecting certain people to be on it and people are going to be gaming to play against mostly Torques?
Sure.
What's the gamble on that?
Yeah, it's kind of a mind game on
Yeah.
that. But on top of that, we also have Entropy. So that's pretty cool.
New to the newest set.
Yep. Valen.
New.
Shadowlight in the US because it was unclaimed at the Tampa Clashground.
Yep.
So that one's up for grabs. Shadow Blade is the 5th. And then
Iron Piston
is who I was missing.
So we've got a few newer contenders as well as maybe an old favorite contenders. So how is the mix of those going to play in? Again, at these events, a bounty is the highest finishing player to pilot one of these contenders in the event will claim the bounty. So you get an extra cash prize as well as a special prize card to go along with it.
Yep.
And so I think some of those will be pretty sought after this event.
Yeah, and the bounties they're honestly fun to put out there, and they're fun to see people take pride in really going after those.
Yeah. And bounties have been interesting for the meta, because the meta is ever shifting because of the event card in the bounties. We have seen anywhere from 20 to 50% of the fields at events made up of bounty contenders.
Yep.
And so we have some people out there that we know are basically now just bounty hunters they are going to play a bounty no matter what when they come to an event. Also, if you're game planning for an event, now not only do you have the event card, but a portion of the field is going to be these contenders, but the rest of the field might be the other 30 contenders that are out there. So a lot of things to game for and plan for and try to match up against.
On top of the bounties, we have some I think they're pretty cool prizes.
Yeah.
For
Unique. We feel like we did got some cool stuff.
Yes. So the champion of the Progenitor's Gambit for the U.S. and for the Philippines is going to get a playmat. Champion playmat.
I love this playmat.
The playmat is probably one of my favorites that we've made. We're also going to have the prize card, first place prize card. That's the absence.
Gold prize card.
Yeah, gold prize card. And then we're going to have a belt. Champion belt.
You're not a real champion.
Yeah.
If you don't get a belt.
Yep. So we're pretty excited about that. The belt is super cool. Matches the card and playmat.
And the event T-shirt and the backdrop and all the stuff that's going to be up. It's going to be pretty good branding.
It's pretty branded. Yeah, it's
way.
pretty branded. Now the top 8 is Overflowing Vitality, new alternate art there.
Nice silver promo.
Yeah, silver promo. And then the playmat is Overflowing Vitality art plus other comic panels. And I think that playmat is pretty cool.
Yeah, turned out nicely. It's
yeah.
a nice comic book collage, mostly unseen comic book panels
right.
From unreleased comic books.
Yep.
So a little bit of a sneak peek on the playmat there for the top 8. In addition to that stuff, cash prizes up and down for people, as well as a whole bunch of XP that we're giving out that you'll be able to cash in your credits on our store, so you can pick out whatever items you want with your XP instead of us just saying, here's your thing. You can pick out whatever you want with it. And then there will also be packs that you get since we're going to be drafting. Your entry will also come with your 4 packs for draft, your
sponsors.
Event cards. We have sponsors again.
Vendors in the works right now.
Yeah, vendors, sponsors, those sorts of things in the works for locations. So it'll vary by place. In Asia, Hobby Hive is going to have singles and packs and things, sleeves and whatever people need for sale. Our partners, Toy Shogun, will have some of the event T-shirts and other things like that on hand in Des Moines. We have some different sponsorships with a little goodie bag at check-in and just different things for the event.
And there's one thing that I forgot to mention earlier that is unique to the timing of both Gambits, is that the expansion booster, and so the Vault Trials and Spoils of the Vault, will have been released for the US, but not for Asia. So
even though we have the same event card,
there could be different metas.
And bounties, the metas might change because there's going to be a whole nother mini expansion set released before the second event.
Yep, exactly.
And so that is something that is unique as we go throughout the year. Events that still have the same event card and bounties happen before and after set releases. And so even within seemingly matching events that are just from May to July, not that far apart, we have a product release in between.
Yep.
And so
you can use event data, but depending on the release, it may or may not be as relevant.
Yeah, that's right. And so again, would love to see you out there at these events. Something else that has changed, this used to be an invite only level event. These are now open invitation events.
Yep.
Again, something that's been important for us just as a company is access to Alpha Clash, access to the community, fun, inviting, engaging. We hear all the time how great our community is. Well, I don't want to stop more people from being a part of that and from coming to some of these events. We've had people in the past like, hey, I really want to play in that, but I'm not qualified, so I didn't come, or something like that. And it's like, hey, this is an open level event. Yes, there will be people there, absolutely 100% pro level, players gunning for that title who are hyper competitive. And there are people there who are just going to be bounty hunters. And there are people there that want to come hang out and just be a part of the community. And that's great. There's room for all those people at all these events. And so expecting great turnouts at these, as well as a ton of fun. Again, the event in Asia, May 16th and 17th, Hobby Hive, Makati City, Philippines, and then July 10th to the 12th in Des Moines, Iowa at Bash DSM. At the Des Moines event on the 10th, we'll have some details, but in the afternoon, after we're done setting up and everything, we'll have open time for people to come in and play in some little side events if you're in town that day early, and we'll have a social in the evening for people to come out and hang out and get some drinks and eat or whatever. And then we'll start the tournament 10th, 12th as well. So a lot of stuff going on, and we can't wait to see you at these events. Anything else?
No, no, no. I'm really excited for Gambit season.
Yeah, can't wait to strap that belt on the champs out there.
It's gonna be cool.
Yep. See you soon.